Hey there, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the petrodollar. Keep watching to know more. Before we start, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon for further notifications. The Journal of International Economics in a 2020 study discussed 4 potential future monetary outcomes for the world: continued dollar hegemony, competing monetary blocks, and an international monetary federation, where at the top of the international hierarchy stands an organization like the IMF and their special drawing right SDR. With the decline in the purchasing power of the US dollar, some nations have developed a new narrative surrounding the benefits of the petrodollar system. Countries like China, Iran, Russia, Saudi Arabia, and India have considered shifting the base value of their exports to their currency rather than the US dollar. This would be a move towards the monetary outcome of competing for monetary blocks. Strikingly, the recent geopolitical events in Ukraine have evidenced an increasingly likely end to the US monopoly in global affairs. As a consequence of the development of a more assertive Eurasian hegemony between Russia and China. Notably, Russia's central bank also revealed that it had slashed its dollar holdings by $101 billion, with the yuan increasing its share of Russia's foreign exchange reserves jumped from 5% to 15%. This de-dollarization has resulted in a de facto alliance, evidenced in June 2019 by Xi and Putin's decision to conduct all transactions between the nations in their native currencies. Moreover, as China seeks to purchase its oil in yuan rather than dollars, it is rumored that they may have found another seller in Saudi Arabia. This is against the backdrop of an increasingly frayed Saudi-US relationship. However, talks between the two countries highlight the growing momentum for de-dollarization. In March, several Chinese firms used yuan to purchase Russian coal, which will begin arriving this month. Furthermore, Russian oil purchased in yuan will arrive at Chinese refineries in May. Alexander Tomic, 2022, has stipulated that countries' need for dollars exposes them to the U.S. financial sector and gives the U.S. political leverage. Consequently, other nations see this as a warning to reduce their reliance on the dollar. Evidence of this is most striking with India's quest to reinstate the Cold War-era rupee-ruble ledger. Despite India's interest in it, one of the biggest hurdles in implementing the rupee-ruble account is how to decide on the exchange rate against the Russian ruble, which has been so volatile since the start of the war. It's also not possible to peg the ruble and rupee against a third currency. Second, despite India's neutrality, it remains to be seen how much India will be willing to engage with Russia before U.S. objections. Despite evidence of the development of a competing financial bloc, the collapse of the petrodollar system cannot be attributed to China's yuan or Russia's ruble or any other currency issued by nation-states. Rather, the rise of Bitcoin could end the dominance of the dollar as we know it. Satoshi Nakamoto, the inventor of Bitcoin, defined the cryptocurrency as a peer-to-peer version of electronic cash that allows online payments to be sent directly from one party to another without going through a financial institution. As Bitcoin's value goes up against fiat currencies, more and more corporations and individuals will begin to accumulate, as evidenced by companies such as Tesla, who are accumulating Bitcoin, holding now over 43,000 Bitcoin, potentially leading to the eventual adoption by nations and governments. One of the main constraints of Bitcoin as a reserve currency is that countries will be unable to finance their wars and welfare states, unlike with the inflationary monetary tools fiat currencies provide. In addition, some say that governments may also be unwilling to relinquish the power and dominance that fiat currencies provide them. Under the Bitcoin standard, everyone would play by the same rules. No government or alliance of governments can manipulate monetary policy. As the world hegemons will seek to assume leadership roles in this new industry, which is the fastest growing technology the world has seen, as macroeconomist Raoul Pal stipulates that the industry is growing at 137% a year, whilst the internet was at 76% at this same stage. Result of this will mean the world's biggest players will fear smaller powers, assuming powers and dominance of such a disruptive currency that also cannot be banned. Bitcoin led to a proliferation and adoption. The growing bullish sentiment for Bitcoin as a reserve currency is best characterized by Credit Suisse, Swiss Global Investment Bank, which recently released a report predicting radical changes in the world's monetary system. Given the soaring inflation in the West and Russo-Ukraine geopolitical tension, a new monetary order could emerge in which Bitcoin could be a beneficiary. That's it for now. If you found these helpful, click the like button and subscribe to the channel for future updates. If you have any questions or any suggestions about this, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you.